Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Old Emo Dave, and we've got a box opening today at Firestorm Games here in Cardiff. Thank you to Firestorm for sponsoring this video. And what is not better than to do on a release day than to open with friends? I have Jason with me, one of our local Commander players here, and that is just the best way to do it. If you can't find a Commander player as a constructed player to open boxes with, you're missing out, because I'll want cards that he'll want cards that I want, and ultimately by the end of this video hopefully we'll get a bunch of bangers.
Absolutely. I have been more excited for Tarkir than I have for any other set in the last couple of years, if I'm truly honest. It harks back to a very strong and interesting world, and it's got dragons in it. What else can I say?
It's got dragons in it, that's why we got in there. And just for you at home, if you're obviously watching this video and you're subscribing, do that right now, because every time we hit a special guest we are going to open one of these. Anything that's in there, we might hit Mox Jaspers, anything like that, we'll be giving away to the channel, so stick around to the end to see how many there is. Should we get cracking, Jace?
Let's get into it.
Let's get going. So how do you do the plastic? Do you just like let your nails grow, or
I kind of tear into it like a feral animal, if I'm perfectly honest.
Or like a feral dragon?
Yeah.
What's your strategy when you like opening packs? Do you like open this up and do you like?
What I like to do, I tend to work my way kind of like across the rows. Okay.
We'll do the same. I like to then do them in rares, mythics, colours.
Oh yeah. I tend to separate it out.
Obviously, by the end of this video, we're gonna get some bangers. But what's like the aim cards for you? Your top 5 aims.
Top 5 aims out of this set. I want the blue dragons, because I have a blue dragon commander deck, which is mono blue dragons, which is very different. I'd love a Mox Jasper. I want the new blue lands that stop spells from being countered, and then there's a lot of commons and uncommons.
Same. For me, massively. Yeah. I want that flash Afarenza. I want that. That's gonna be really good. I want, believe it or not, people saying that the big 8 mana dragon, the teamer one's actually going to be standard playable. Really love to see that. And yeah, I've got a few commons and uncommons. Comment in the video though, who you think is going to have the most value in their individual box. Yes, at the end we're going to split and swap and make sure we get the most out of it. Who do you think is going to win, me or Jason? Let us know. And let's talk about Firestorm Games, where we are today opening these packs, and they are the sponsors of today's video. Thank you for being our hosts and also giving fantastic prices for all of the UK on all of your gaming equipment. They don't just do Magic, you can pick up Pokemon, you can pick up Warhammer, who they are one of the biggest stockets of, and we even have things like Final Fantasy trading card games and much more. Check out the link in the description for Firestorm Games, where also you can buy and give us a little bit of a kickback to the channel so we can just buy some more packs. So in the comments, put who you think is going to have the best box. Is it going to be me? Give it a like. If it's going to be Jason, give us a comment. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy Tarkir, and I hope you enjoy the action. Let's get into it. I started recording there. I hadn't, for the time, I hadn't actually recorded any of the camera stuff to this point. Okay. So we'll have to like lay that over with craziness. But we now have the camera recorded as well.
No, that's fine.
So as we see, organised right now as we've started. But we'll see what it's like at the end.
Yeah. Right of renewal. I think that's going to see a lot of commander play.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, return up to 2 permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand, and then you can target player shuffles up to 4 target cards from their graveyard into their library. So you can return 2 cards yourself and then shuffle 4 back in.
Fun. What about this for commander play? Like, is this going to be one of those cheeky like get extra colours in 5-colour decks?
I could see people. I could see it being stuffed into Dragon decks, because, or Tiamat.
I'm gonna play my 3/4 as a block, and I'm gonna drop the Call of the Dragons, stuff like that, you know.
Ramos Dragon Engine as well. It's another one of those ones where it kind of it'll work with it. So
happy so far. I didn't say it in the introduction, but one of the cards I really wanted was this heirloom. Okay. This is the one where you add 1 mana as an artifact. You add 1 mana for use on creature spells. Yeah. But also you can tap it and give something trample. got a siege here, one of the Holomark sieges. This is interesting, the Sultai Abzan mechanic differential. I think what I've seen, at least from a constructive perspective, is people have talked more about one half of the card's pretty good, and the other, and then having the other half is nice and situational. So then running 2 or 3 is good in constructed, but in Commander, like, what are these feeling like as far as additions?
Some of the original sieges see an awful lot of play in Commander. The new ones, again, they're going to be more situational.
Jace, I have to just pause and say, my baby is back. Narset, Jeskai Waymaster. I have been playing Jeskai Oculus all season, so for that deck is essentially you are drawing, discarding, reanimating. I love this card. I'm pretty sure this is going to hit hard in even more Eternal formats. Like, you think like all the 0 mana spells in Modern, like, she's going to be able to go Mox Opal, Mox Amber, play an Esper Sentinel off the Mox Amber, like, discard I got no hand, but I'm going to discard it and I'm going to draw 4 cards because I played all the spells. I can only imagine CDH people are going to have fun with this lady.
I mean, whenever you say the word Narset amongst Commander players, there's a general shudder that goes through them because we have, kind of like flashbacks to the original Narset. But I think it's definitely going to see play, especially given how much more mana orientated we are in Commander. So
is she in the precon?
No. Oh yes, but it's a different Narset to this one.
Okay.
It's a different Narset. Narset's in the Jeskai precon. So
thinking about the precons, which one has taken your eye?
I went for the Teamer one. Give me dragons. Give me dragons. Give me the ability to fly in. Plus, I have to say, I think personally, I know some people have said they're not that fussed on it, but I think Will of the Teamer is an absolutely brilliant card.
We've got the Windcrag Siege here. Now, this is definitely something that, we think about Mobilize. If this wasn't actually in the precon for the Mardu one, but also definitely in constructed, like that, there's a lot of token generators. Is it Voice of the Bar, the one in a white, which it can't cast spells on your opponent's turn? Like, think about just dropping that on 2, dropping this on 3, and the kind of damage, or you're paying it with a War Leader's Call. There's a lot of potential for Boros or Mardu to have a really good aggro deck, I think.
Again, Commander play. These monuments.
So tell me about those, because for me, obviously it's not going to touch constructed, but
basically anything any way outside of green for searching for ramping up lands, is going to be an essential.
Before we started, Jace, you mentioned cards you were looking for, and you mentioned blue dragons.
Yes.
Is this your dragon?
That's one of the ones I'm after, yes.
Cool, we'll put this in the Jason to have pile. Good card. Again, I'm not too sure. It may be a control deck, right? But it's definitely not for me, and definitely why I'm super happy that I'll be able to pull a Mardu Siegebreaker off you later, because we balance it. That's why you got to do. You find your Commander friend, and you open packs, and you come to pre-release. And when you come to pre-release and you've opened your boxes, don't forget, look after those cards. And you can always go to bulkbox.co.uk to pick up best in premium storage for your cards. Use code OldieModave at checkout, pick some up today, and look after your pre-release cards.
Absolutely.
I've got a really cool thing I've come across. So this is the first sight I've got of a Sunset Strike Master.
Right.
The first intentional break of the colour pie.
Yeah.
Not sure how this is going to land in there, because we drop an elf on 1.
Yeah.
Cool. We ramped to something on 3. And red is not like an underplayed colour in Commander, if I might say, and it's not necessarily everybody's cup of tea. It is on its own, at least.
Yeah.
Is this going to have big impact?
I think there will be decks that'll use it, especially looking to ramp up for the bigger creatures, like the dragons and things like that. What people aren't really aware of is that in Aether Drift, there was a dragon that once it, a goblin that once it hit max speed could also tap for mana, and that's kind of gone by. People have kind of gone and not really paid attention to that. This looks like this is something that's deliberately happening to give red a bit more speed, especially in the older formats and Commander.
And halfway through my piles, just to make a comment for the video, see, I've done uncommons, commons, and everything.
Yeah.
I've not had a single black uncommon yet. At all. I'm just very glad that there's not a chase black uncommon that I want.
No.
Otherwise, I'd be getting very angry right now. There they are, Baby Siege Rhino, aka Skirmish Rhino. I have love for this card. I think what I would have to just bring up about the 3-color higher tall though in standard specifically.
Yep.
I don't think our mana's good enough to support these kind of cards getting played.
Well, the Verges helps with kind of the mana fixing nowadays.
They do, but you had fetches in Khans, right?
Yeah.
Like, in Khans standard, you had fetches.
Yeah.
Which just, like, we don't now, and that's going to be a problem. Especially when you've got really powerful mice.
Yeah.
The mice, even you know this.
Oh, yeah.
That the mice are a problem.
Very, very much so. Sorry, I'm going slower than you are, but I think
that's all right.
I think I'm chatting away a bit too much.
That's all right. We'll keep that in, but trust me, this video isn't as long as we spent opening it. Let us know in the comments though about any pre-releases you've been today. If you were in store with us in Firestorm, great, thank you for being here, or where you are in the country, and what was your best pulls? Let us know. Or good hit for me here, the Great Arishan City.
Yep.
The Forest Plains, Ketramos, Psychic Frogs, deck filling.
Yep.
Good. I just basically think, like, and remember, like, obviously the Kamigawa cycle.
Oh yeah.
I think this is a set of lands that anyone who's playing any kind of constructed format, I think any format, you want 1 or 2 of each of these.
Absolutely.
There it is.
I got it.
Got it. Right. On that basis, Jason has pulled one of the chase rares. We're now going to open one of these each. To add to our pools, but also if there is a Mox Jasper in either of these, we will give it away to the comments.
I should actually say as well that I also got...
is that the same pack?
Yeah, same pack.
What a god pack that is for value.
Death Begets Life as well in there, so that was...
let's do these together, Jace.
Yep, all right.
These are so hard to open though, we shouldn't actually open. Let people see how we bang these. Try and open, you open them on that side.
Yep.
Let's do it together for the camera.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
All out assault.
Spectacular pile-up.
That's impressive though. 1, 2, 3. Well,
Child Dragonfire.
So it looks like the second slot is that alternative art of the chase. Because what they do is they'll do a chase mythic.
Yeah.
They'll do a uncommon common that they think is going to be played from the set.
Yep.
And then this is just a cool rare. 1, 2, 3.
Voice of Victory.
Oh, Voice of Victory! Let's go, Jace!
So, yeah, there we go. So, that's rather nice. The Avenger of the Fallen.
Yes! So this, 100%. So if you think about what we've got in standard, we've got Raise the Past.
Yeah.
Now, that's very much a one-trick pony deck at the moment, right? Where, like, you hope to get there, but they shut you off.
Yeah.
How about, though, how about being in a situation where on turn 3, though, after milling a few cards, you drop that and make 4 tokens?
Absolutely.
Right? Hell of a card. Gonna hopefully make that a deck rather than people meme on it and they call it. I'll block this in the video, but they call it Raise the.
We've also got the new Zargo as well in the main set, who stops warriors from being sacrificed.
I got even better news. Here we are, 20 packs in. Finally, my first uncommon black card. I feel validated.
Finally.
Do you feel like this is the first set? So they told us like this back end of last year that this was going to be an all to standard set. And that was off a bit of criticism that we had almost too many supplementary products. There was a bit of product fatigue. I feel this was the first one where the designs actually reflected that. This set has stuff for you, has stuff for me, has stuff for Bob who just plays modern, has the lands as an example for your legacy player. If this is the direction we're going in, I feel like Magic's in a good place.
Absolutely, I would completely agree with that. Wizards, if we could have more sets like this, please.
Cards all time. Just cards 2.0, 3.0.
I'm looking forward to the return to Lorwyn next year because I'm hoping again that's going to be very similar. But I'm also looking forward to have the fact that it's a set where goblins are predominant. So,
Jason, I need to stop it though. Got a chase card and a phaser. I deal in Lindley's bonus decks. Essentially, we've got We've got Demir bounce, we've got Orzhov bounce right now, which like kind of exploits this town ain't big enough, and Nurture and Pixie to just effectively replay all your stuff. Yeah. This effectively helps protect you. It's flash.
Oh, and I've got a foil Winter Night Stories.
Excellent.
Which is
going to be excellent for decks which like to feed through, to churn through your deck. Yeah. Effectively, that's flashback for one once you help and handed an Oculus. Yeah. Like, so good. So good. Curious little uncommon. Sunfell Kiwi. Yeah. So as I mentioned, there would be this bounce decks at the moment. They filter a lot around Demir so that you can have this down in big enough. Yeah. As like your additional bounce factor. Right. The blue at the moment, because they're going into Esper, and the big thing we'll find in standard coming up, they have a rotation finally come in. But the land base is getting a lot worse, and specifically 2/3 of the Esper land base is rotating out. Yeah. So this card will help churn out Orzhov to remain. Yes. Because, again, it's effectively a Nurture and Pixie. Yeah. It's got the bonus of if you're going to get a token back, you draw a card as well. Yeah. So, yeah, cool card.
Got one of the, just going to put this out, the full art lands. These are absolutely gorgeous.
I've seen the eyes, but I think these are underrated because of the eyes. I
think these are absolutely gorgeous because where you've got the shadows as opposed to having the actual, kind of like the eye and things like that. I think they're really outstanding as lands go. And of course, everyone's going to be after to populate the dragon decks with.
Of course they are. Yeah. It's like when we had the fractional V1 lands, and they were right up there. What else I will say about the main set compared to obviously this is quite a lot of pre-cons, and I think they've actually openly said this is going to be the most stacked available amount of pre-cons for the year. In fact, we're not going to get any in Spider-Man. What I think they've done a decent job of is put things in the main set that will power up the pre-cons. Yeah. And that's good.
If you went to a pre-release for Tarkir, okay, bought yourself one of the pre-cons, and then, for example, the Teamer pre-con, okay, get yourself a Teamer pre-release pack, because each pre-release pack has got 5 packs in it, and then it's also got a seeded pack, okay, devoted to just that clan. So, for example, if you go for Jeskai, the pack is going to be Jeskai colors. So it's going to be red, white, and blue, all in that dedicated pack. You may find that you'll get kind of like some cards that are Izzet, some cards that are Boros, okay, but they'll all work in together. Pre-release pack and the commander deck to match it. And that should give you plenty to start off with for upgrading the pre-con.
And with like, so as someone, I will jump in a commander game now and then. These pre-cons are definitely playable, and obviously it's always about like your right group, and that's what we like to do, especially in Firestorm, find your right group. Oh yeah. But just that investment alone keeps you playable for as long as you need to, right?
Absolutely.
And for the first time ever on one of these videos, we're going to drop a link to our Discord in the channel. We are all the community here from Firestorm in Cardiff. Yeah, we are independent on the store. You can come in, you can talk trade, you can talk to us about your other local events. We're more than happy to come play with you. Link is in the description. And join and just say, hey, I joined from this chat, this video.
Yeah, I have to say, I think I've done very, very well out of this box. Still haven't found my mocks, but...
My box is okay. I probably really discarded some of the, like, what might look a little bit dirtly here, but... like the this Yarshan's good, and a phaser, again, like I got quite a lot of like things that I think people are gonna want, and I've hit a few of the. It's always nice, like I wanted 2 of those dragons. Well, now I'm only gonna get 1 of those dragons from the source, so like that's really, really cool. So just to top off the video, me and Jason gonna open one more promo pack. Promos which we're gonna be distributing around the players here tonight. We got a packed out house, but if it is a Mox Jam Jasper, we'll get it out to you at home.
Absolutely. Right.
Final pearls.
Okay.
Flip.
You'll leave that with Elspeth Stormslayer.
Wow, it's a good one. It's a good one, isn't it?
That's one of the bombs of the set. Absolutely.
More bombs?
Yeah.
Never a bomb here. This is always
Dragon Storm.
This is always your thing. And finally,
Nice. Still this emotion.
Cool.
Still, I think this is going to see some play in blue cards as well. So, but
if you're still watching the video, thanks so much. Thanks to Jason for being here. Hope it's been useful to have commander
you're very
insight.
welcome.
We're going to be doing some trading, and we'll have a little bit of a wrap-up video afterwards, just to sort of go like, what went my way, what went his way. Like and subscribe. See you all again. Jason, thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Not a problem at all. Thank you for having me, Dave.
Happy cracking? Happy cracking.
Happy cracking.